Chief Electoral Officer ba Frederick R Kharkongor IAS iathuh hakilar pathai Khubor haga Frederick Kyllalyngkot ba election code of conduct kan sedang terikam Hadien nyaupu ar Kynta balami pyrthei ka Jingpynbna ya ki elekshon haga Jylla. Ula batai ru iki jnat kiba iadei bat ki kiндон babun jait kiban lakam ki kyrtong ki seng sain hima ki nongkitkam bat ki nongkyrshan jong ki.
There have been a lot of questions and some confusion as to from which date the model code of conduct will be enforced. Because the date of notification is January 31st. But as per the rules of the ECI, in terms of the model code of conduct, it will kick in right from the date of announcement. So immediately after the date of once the elections have been duly announced by the Election Commission in New Delhi, the provisions of the model code of conduct will kick in specifically. In what manner it is going to be enforced, I will share with you. So there are different timelines. One standard guideline is that the model code of conduct will be taken to 472 hours during the first 72 hours of the announcement of the election schedule, for ensuring that there is extra vigilance and strict enforcement right up to the close of polls. Now, in what way, in what manner this MCC will operate? Number one is on defacement of property. So, as per the instructions of the Commission, there are three types of there are three different categories in terms of the defacement of property. One is defacement of government property. So this, the district election officers will have to immediately ensure that that they shall be removed within 24 hours from the announcement of the elections. And we're having a video conference with all the DCs also tomorrow, and we will be sharing with them these provisions. Then also the defacement of public property and misuse of public space. This has to be removed within 48 hours. And defacement of private property, this shall be removed within 72 hours. So there are different timelines for the MCC to be complied with by the district authority. Just to clear the confusion, because maybe they may be thinking that everything should be done within 24 hours, but there are a different set of timelines for each different category. Then misuse of official vehicle. Here also there is a total ban of use of the official vehicle by any political party candidate or any other person who is connected with the election, save officials who are performing election-related duties. When I say official, that means it's mainly political personalities. I'm not talking about the members of the bureaucracy, but it's mainly the political dispensation. And then advertisement also at the cost of the public exchequer. That also is another area. We already shared a list of these instructions with the state government and also with our DCs for their immediate perusal and also to take cognizance. Then relating to the development and construction activities, within 72 hours of the announcement of the elections, the works which are already started, that can go on. Ongoing works can continue as it has been done in the past, but no fresh work can start after the operation of the MCC. Then, of course, the expenditure monitoring team, the flying squads and the FSTs, which have been trained, will also immediately be activated and deployed by the field functionaries, especially at the level of the DOs. Then there will also be a complaint monitoring mechanism that is being set up. And also from time to time, we will be also disseminating and meeting the press for any fresh instructions. There were several instructions also come in while the poll process has been announced. We also get a set of fresh instructions from time to time. So this in brief is the operation of the MCC. Apart from that, we also have something known as webcasting. 50% of the polling stations, last time around in 2018, we only had 10% of the polling stations which were covered by webcasting. Now, from Election Commission, they have increased the coverage by webcasting to 50% of the polling station. So that means about 1,700 polling stations, in excess of 1,700 polling stations, will be covered by webcast. And those that are not able to be covered by webcast will be covered either by static and video cameras, or they will have micro observers, or there will be some sort of camera arrangement where the in the remaining polling stations where webcast is not possible. In terms of the security, as you know, the state asked for 119 companies, but we have got 120 companies from the Election Commission. And out of these 120 companies, initially 30 companies had been deployed, and another 10 additional were also given. So we have 40 companies right now who are already here in the state, and more additional companies will be coming now closer to the polls. In terms of then in terms of the then in respect of the observers also, there will be 3 categories of observers who will be deployed, as has been done in the past. So there will be general observers, there will be expenditure observers, and there will be police observers. And the expenditure observers will be concentrating in those districts which are marked as, or those constituencies which are marked as ESCs, or expenditure sensitive constituencies. So some expenditure sensitive constituencies have been already identified, and the expenditure observers will be focusing their attention on those ESCs. So this is an option which has been given to the senior citizens. If they choose to vote to vote at home by filling in Form 12D, then they will be entitled to vote from home as per the provisions. But if they instead choose to come physically to the polling station, then they can choose to come physically to the polling station without using Form 12D, without the arrangement of having home voting.
But if someone wants to assist such person,
yeah, there is no harm. I mean, the choice is theirs. This is another additional measure that the Election Commission has extended to make it easy for senior citizens above 80 and for people with disability. Should they wish to vote from home, then they can exercise that option via 12D. But in case they still want to come physically to a polling station, there is no, there's no bar, but they will lose that option of voting from home.